educate our alumni as a entrepreneur and as our government, since we are leading with what we can say NEP 2020 and to higher secondary schools. If you are the creator of them in terms of those entrepreneurship skill, I must say that because being a higher education institution, I must say that because being a higher education institutions, we feel that we have to create jobs for them, maybe in terms of placements and all. But once they are ready enough for the entrepreneurial skill, maybe instead of taking job seekers, they will become job takers, and that will be the what we can say the success of these particular initiatives. So, on behalf of Pillai HOC College of Engineering and Technology, I welcome all the guests over here and the participants. I hope we have a great success of this 3-day IDE bootcamp. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
expert Mr. Ammar Mange sir, Dr. Karthik sir, Dr. Rajshri Garg, our see we have state and now the call it is A plus I and
I thank Professor Jagdish Bakal sir for joining us and also delivering presidential address. Now it is time to felicitate our guests for the day. First and foremost, I request Dr. G.B. Patil sir to felicitate Goyal sir, Professor of Electronics and Dean R&D, Pillai College of Engineering. I now request Professor Ammar Mange sir to felicitate Mr. Mayur Borkar, Regional Coordinator, Ministry of Education's Innovation Cell, AICTE. R&D at Pillai College of Engineering, New Panvel, now Pillai University. Before that, he was a scientist at BARC about 30 years and Center Director of UGC, DAE, CSR for about 10 years. Dr. Goyal has his early education at Kurukshetra University. He got his PhD degree from University of Mumbai in 1979. He did his postdoctorate at University of Michigan, USA. Dr. Goyal is known world over for his scientific contributions in the field of solid state of physics. He has more than 150 publications in peer-reviewed journals. He was awarded MRSI medal by Materials Research Society of India in 1997. We are truly blessed to have him here today. I request Sir to deliver his keynote address. Over to you, sir. Welcome to the stage.
Thank you, madam, for very kind introduction. First of all, good morning to all of you, all the dignitaries and all the participants. Actually, I am, at the outset, would like to thank G.B. Patil sir for giving me this opportunity to be a part of this IDE bootcamp for principals and teachers of PM SHRI schools. Actually, I am not used to be chief guest and that guy, so I am a hardcore scientist, but it gave me opportunity to take out my chute and use it today. Otherwise, it was never being used. So I will be, as a chief guest, first of all, it's my pleasant duty to welcome all the dignitaries on the dais and all the participants. I welcome you all for this function. Now see, IDE Bootcamp is essentially to cultivate innovation and entrepreneurship among the participants. That is, IDE, as already mentioned, is aligned with the education policy, new education policy. And it emphasizes the importance of creativity, critical thinking, and innovation skills. And these are the important attributes for the students in the 21st century. I congratulate Pillai HOC College of Engineering and Technology and the organizing team for this meaningful initiative. We also thank Innovation Cell of Ministry of Education and AICT and Wadhwani Foundation for supporting this IDE camp. This will go a long way in creating entrepreneurship culture in the country. Here, I want to tell you something from personal experiences. See, this entrepreneurship qualities or this mindset is not very common thing. See, many of us working in various labs in BRC or in colleges, university, we do a lot of discoveries, make new devices, but they never get commercialized. We simply publish a paper and forget about it. And this happens because we don't have the right kind of mindset or training to commercialize those products. Give you an example. We developed a smart damper at Pillai College of Engineering. Now this damper, let me explain a little bit. See, when in a bus, whether it is empty or full, the damping requirement or the shock absorber requirements are different. Similarly, whether it is a good road or bad road, damping requirements are different. But we don't have any possibility that the driver could tune the damping. The damping is fixed when you manufacture the car, you put some shock absorber and the damping behavior is sort of fixed there. So we wanted to build a damper where drivers should have a control to tune the damping. So what we did was that in a damper we used a ferrofluid as a medium And ferrofluid has a property that if you apply magnetic field, then its viscosity changes and the damping behavior changes. So we built a damper and we demonstrated that actually if you apply the magnetic field, you can change the damping behavior. So device was built and demonstrated. So we had a proof of concept and we published a paper and we forgot it. Although I know that it had a lot of application in auto industry, but we did not have the right kind of mindset or right kind of training that we could commercialize it. So we sort of need people we need some people who can be interface between the actual working scientists and the, let's say, industry. So that is one thing. So this is one example where, let's say, I felt that if we had a right kind of interface, we could have commercialized it. The second example is slightly different. Here it is other way around. So this is connected with apron. See, you know, if you go to a hospital and for an X-ray, the operator, he or she, uses certain apron so that it protects him or her from the X-rays. So the apron material is such that X-rays will not pass through it. So we wanted to make that material. So I was interested in making that material for the aprons, or how to shield from the radiations. So in this case, instead of working in the lab, I contacted some person in the industry directly. So we had a family friend who used to manufacture in the Bhavnagar, who used to manufacture polymers of different varieties for different applications. I told him that this is the thing which we want to do. He said, yes, he will help me and we will develop something. So we built some polymer, took some polymer and we dispersed nanoparticles of lead in that. And as you know, lead is a good absorber for X-rays. So that material worked. So we were able to make a good shielding material. We tested it at VRC. It was working. However, even here we had a difficulty in commercializing, because what the hospital we were told that you have to get a license from the regulator, and so your testing in VRC is not good enough. Unless a regulator gives a certificate, you cannot commercialize it. So, and the regulator somehow did not approve our product. Now what happened in that stage, this person who had a business mind, so he decided to export the material to Turkey. In that country, their regulator approved it, and then they changed the outer clothing, put their stamp, and exported back to India. So we were using the same material in India, but it was coming via Turkey. Okay? So this had saying that this could be success because I was interacting with a person who had the right kind of training. In fact, he did not stop at that. He said we can make many more shielding material for neutrons or gamma rays. And so he made a lot of material. Now he has a very big business of 100 crore or that. And not only in India, he is exporting outside also. So this is what I'm saying, that if you interact with a person who has the right kind of training, you can commercialize. So the entrepreneurship is a very important skill, which I think more and more people should have it. So in short, it is difficult for professional scientists and engineers to commercialize their discoveries. We need people with an entrepreneur mindset. They know how to commercialize a product. It cannot be left to the scientists and engineers. It is nice that the present bootcamp has been organized for schools, principals and teachers. Teachers, as you know, play a central role in translating policy into practice. Once the teachers are equipped with the tools related to innovation, design, thinking and entrepreneurship, they would easily pass on these skills to the students and in classrooms. I appreciate that so many teachers have come from faraway places to learn about these new skills. I am sure This will impact the quality of teaching and also help nurture confident, creative, and responsible citizens. With these words, I formally declare the IDE Bootcamp for School Teachers inaugurated. Thank you, and I wish you all a rewarding learning experience. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your speech, sharing such experience words with our participants today. And continued by Rashtrageet and Rajyageet. Only national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Okay, please be seated.